have gotten into a new hobby. So in this video, I'm gonna show you how I made an automatic opening and closing door, storing my trop launcher underneath the T-box, and how to build a portable gun rack. Let's go. This video is brought to you by IsoTune Sport. They have given me a 20% off coupon code for you guys for the Sport product line. This is gonna be eligible from December 10th through December 17th if you use the code April20. Let's start off by making the door. To give you orientation, I built a deck on my porch this year and included a T-box area to hit golf balls into targets. This entire area is waterproof and has storage under it where I keep my mower, and I plan the door with enough space to still park it underneath. On top of the door being automatic, another cool feature is that it sits flush with the skirting when it's closed, then pops up behind it. Sneaky. So for the door to go up and down, these are going to be the rails that hold on to that, and then this is going to move. I'm going to be attaching some hardware. This is just a very coarse screw, a standoff. All of this is nylon, and then also a washer. And you use nylon in order to, because it's less resistant than metal. So I'm gonna put these in on all four of the corners of the rail and then take them down to the underside of the deck. This entire T-box is nothing but storage, and I typically keep my mower here, but there is still room to store the launcher down here. So I'm actually gonna go to this far side of the deck panel here. I'm gonna cut out a few of these boards and then turn that into the door. These rails have a curve in them that's gonna allow the door to come in this way and then slide up. All right, so first step is to install these. Now these were cut out, since I have CNCs, these were cut out on the CNC. These are gonna get mounted to, this one to the post and then this one over to the stud. This rail will actually hold the panels, and then as it come up, slide the door up and expose an opening for the launcher. That's awesome, Jake. So the next step is going to be to attach the slats here to this rail so that it can travel up and down along with it. First, I'm going to put in some spacers in order to prevent this from writing actually wood on wood. And I just grabbed some scrap from my garage. And then I'm going to go to the outside and attach it. I'm going to be using my Senko 15 gauge. And since this is exterior, I'm using stainless steel hardware here. Yeah. So Jake's on the inside, pushing up and making sure those rails are seated all the way against these slats, because it's going to hold on to it as it moves the door up and down. The IsoTune Sport brings technology for hearing protection for guns specifically. However, you can absolutely use the Sport line for construction or any other loud environment. So I'm actually going to be using it throughout this project and not just whenever I'm shooting. Boom. Okay. This should. Oh! Dude, that is slick. That is so slick. So see how it pops back forward and it's like all flush, but then sneaky, sneaky. Oh, that's so rad. And then that door opens. Now, I don't want to come down here every single time and manually open up this door. So let's do some automation, shall we? The hardware that will actually be used to open and close the door is going to be an actuator from Progressive Automations. This company has been my go-to source for years because they make automation easy. Progressive Automations has technical experts that can recommend the right components for your project. With their components and expertise, I built an automatic chicken door, a sitting standing desk, and a bar with a rising liquor cabinet. In this case, all I need is an actuator that will hold on to the door and the deck itself so that it can raise and lower it. I mount this to the back side, both on the top as well as the bottom, and then it's as simple as plugging in the electronics and not losing the remote. Okay, so what I'm doing here is I need a place to mount all of the controls and the electronics. So I just grabbed a piece of plywood out of my scrap bin. It's just painted from the my greenhouse build, and this is going to give me a platform to mount the power supply, the controls for the actuator themselves, and then also all of the controls for the launcher. What I did is I rotated this in order to make it easy to mount up there, so then this mounting block, instead of mounting it directly to this, it just goes into another piece of scrap that I painted black. Now let's push the button. so good. Very satisfying. All right, so this will allow me to be up on the top of the deck and not have to come down here and manually open it up. I could just push the button. I do have a bit of buttoning up to do as far as like cord management, but that's simple. Before I lose the daylight, what I want to do next is build a deck and mount the launcher, and then that way we can pull and launch it out. Okay, so we have a foot pedal for solo pulling, and then I also have a transformer to take this from DC, direct current, over to AC, alternating. So this is the transformer. So you could take this and just hook it up to a battery and keep the battery down here, but since I plan on taking this pretty serious, as I do everything else, I'm gonna plug it in. So getting a transformer. This is so exciting. We want to try to shoot clays before sunset. So screwed this launcher down, but we're trying to figure out the angle because you can adjust this and all of this and this, of course, and this. Now that I'm looking at it, this hole is kind of tiny. So I'm hoping that we have the figuring right, but if not, it's all adjustable. Or let me know when you're ready, Jake. I'm just gonna do this. Please work. Woo! It works. Should we try to shoot it? Yeah. Okay, let's see how this goes. Oh, dang. I missed it. Let's try it again. If you hit it on the first try, I'm gonna be pissed. Dang. Heck yeah! Heck yeah! All right, next up on the agenda, I'm gonna be building a portable gun rack for the top side of the deck. And this way I have a spot to store the guns, store ammo, hearing protection, eye protection, and who knows what else comes along with this new hobby. This portable gun rack is modeled after almost a ladder to where you can fold it up whenever not in use and then unfold it when needed. Now, since I have a CNC, I used my shop saver in order to cut out all of these parts after modeling them up. I do have a DXF available as well as a set of plans. Other than the parts where it's going to be wood on wood, in order to prevent friction and allow this to open smoothly and close smoothly, I use nylon hardware, and also make sure to not over tighten. I went ahead and added some felt where the guns go, not only on the upper shelf, but also that lower shelf. In order to attach this, I'm using the DAP spray contact cement. This stuff goes down not only on the wood itself, but also on whatever you want to stick to it. So in this case, felt. After it gets a little tacky, I make sure to press both of them together firmly and then just cut away the excess. Oh my goodness. All right, let's see if it folds. All right. Okay. All right, let's set it up and test it out. The IsoTune Sport is a new line from a brand we already trust and love. They have 5 products total in this lineup, where 2 in-the-ear options and 3 over-the-ear options. On the in-the-ear lines, they have the true wireless, then they have the wireless neckband, then in the over-the-ear line, they have 3 different muffs. The Defy Bluetooth, which is best for pistol shooting as it has the highest noise reduction rating of all of the muffs. The Defy Slim Bluetooth, where the shell is contoured to fit most gun barrels. This is best for shotguns and rifles. And then they also have a standard Defy Slim with no Bluetooth, but it is still good for shotguns and rifles. The IsoTune Sport line is going to come with tactical sound control, which is similar to the IsoTune's Aware technology, but with a lower cutout level to combat the short, loud noises that gunshots produce. What I like about storing the launcher underneath the deck is that it keeps the top side of the deck free and clear for me to continue to use it as my primary golf tee box without having to move a launcher in and out. I have no idea what other scenario possibly might need an opening and closing door on a deck storage, but heck, if you come up with something other than this application, then let me know. A big thank you to IsoTunes for not only being a long-term supporter of my channel, but bringing you this video specifically. It was a blast to make.